today. From MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley.
Number 26.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 18 carries, 80 yards, and a touchdown.
And as we discovered in talking with the coaching staff prior to the game, going up against a team that struggled against the run has only emboldened them to run the football more. I expect 40 to 50 carries in this game.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
There on the tackle.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
It's a giant first down on a gain of 16. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
A first down carry for Barkley. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
At the Raiders' 32-yard line.
This ball complete. Jones to Ingram. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
And the Giants are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line as this.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. On the return, Lynn Bowden. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they get after them early.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now it's Tate. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position.
Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. From the gun, Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 14.
Now Jones throwing on 3rd and long. And Tate's got it. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley, and he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
That's another.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
A 2-yard loss on the play. It's 3rd and 11.
On 3rd down, Jones. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Dean Lowry drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. It took too long.
He ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number one, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really, the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack. I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yeah, and in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And brought down, but not before before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Seemed like they picked an excellent time there, Charles, to go with the draw play.
They certainly did. Caught them a little over-eager trying to get into the backfield and get to the quarterback. They used their speed and their aggressiveness against them, didn't they?
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 14.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep them from going all the way.
It's a gain of
and we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's the Raiders punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Here's Tate to return it. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York ready to go again offensively. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing, Jones. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached the intermission. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
13. Raiders nothing.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will make it into the end zone. And no return from Bowden. This will come out to the 25. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football, that's a heck of a tendency breaker, and now you're just trying to jump on his back and hold on.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Fortunate to get that football back. It's trailing here in the second half. Last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down, and finish this one off.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go to Barkley again. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Now Jones. Got a man, Slayton. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
At the 34.
One of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st down, Barkley. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
The tackle by
Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
the ball carrier.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Jones now to throw on 3rd down. That's complete to Slayton. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Barkley unable to get away on the first down run as he'll be stopped for a loss of a couple. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
2-point conversion.
And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. Bowden now to return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raiders offense ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. O'Shane Zimenez in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Another try after the first down sack. Carr got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Bill O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
They'll run it again with Barkley. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. Again, it's Barkley. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead.
Well, let the natural light of today reflect that he is now getting into the end.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That's complete, right around the 8. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. From the gun, it's Carr. Throw left side, complete. That's Coleman. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down. That's exactly what he did.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
Now Carr again. Catch made, it's Moreau. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Throwing on first down is Carr. He'll find Moreau here. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. To throw again on second down. Carr, he's going to find and complete it to Renfro. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down.
16 yards. First down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. The open man here, Renfro. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Carr to throw again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Henry Ruggs. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. That'll be taken about a yard deep. So a victory here for the men in blue.